And joining us now to discuss the updates from Russia's invasion of Ukraine is a global affairs analyst, Nweke. Good to have you join us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
This is in a way very historical. It is the first trip for President Zelenskyy outside of Ukraine since the Russian invasion began. Talk to us about what you make of the symbolism and the significance of this.
Yes, indeed. I believe that the visit of Zelenskyy actually meets the three S's of political planning, like you referenced, both in substance, symbolism, but also in significance. Because you will agree with me that this visit partly is aimed at boosting morale amongst the Ukrainian fighters, but also actually demoralizing not just Putin, but his military as well, who have been under enormous strain. But it also sends, that very strong message of international unity behind Ukraine. I mean, one of the things that Putin actually envisaged when he decided to invade Ukraine was actually to kind of plant some destabilization mechanism within the NATO allies, the transatlantic alliance. What we have seen so far is that Europe, for instance, the EU, has actually become more united as a consequence of this. The NATO allies are also working closely together. So on all of those fronts, Putin has failed. And this visit by Zelenskyy, the first, like your reporter referenced, since the invasion, going to a year ago, is one that, is going to be used to actually show up his position and, of course, make Putin much more angry, because he's always said that this is a proxy war that he is fighting with the United States.
And if we have more time, if we have enough time, we'll talk about how Putin is likely to react. But we know that there are reports that President Zelenskyy is likely to address the U.S. Congress. And I wanted to ask you about the implication of that when you consider that the political dynamics in the U.S. Congress will soon change, where Republicans will have control of the House.
Yeah, I mean, apart from, little nuances here and there, it does look like both the Democrats and the Republicans are actually united on this. I mean, there are a number of nitty-gritties in terms of processes of disbursement and all of that. But as far as the core issues of, support, standing very, very solidly behind Ukraine is concerned, I believe that they basically see eye to eye. And so not much apart from, a few cosmetic changes are expected to take place as a consequence of a change of pattern, come January, when the House goes to the Republicans. Now, Zelenskyy is meant to be addressing a joint session of the Senate and the House, and he is also expected to have meetings with core leadership of both houses. So I believe these are bits and pieces of moves that will actually settle politicians in Washington and actually get them more united, more unified behind Zelenskyy and Ukraine.
We'll see how Putin reacts to this. He's already met with defense chiefs and the Belarusian president. We'll see how he reacts to this. Thank you so much for talking to us, as always. Global Affairs Analyst, Nweke.